Now, next on the list, we're going to be talking about Jim Jones and his interview at the Breakfast Club, because it was a lot of things that went down, and I feel like I have to share my opinion based on what I observed. Now, when the whole Cameron and Jim Jones situation happened, I already shared my opinion. I said that I rock with them both regardless of what happens. So I'm not going to sit there and stir up beef. You don't even know when they might make up again. Now, this Breakfast Club interview was Mixy from the jump, because DJ Envy had on a Locks hat, knowing good and well that they beat Jim Jones and Dipset during the verses. So now you being Mixy. You got him reminiscing. But that's not all, because the questions were just as Mixy, basically trying to reel in Jim Jones, and unfortunately Unknem then took the bait. From that moment that Envy interrupted Jim Jones talking about Ye, to insinuating that there was a break that happened prior to the situation between him and Cam. Getting a veteran journalist moment from Charlamagne saying, or was there? Which, I'm not gonna lie, I always give my critiques on the Breakfast Club. I don't care what nobody says, I'm gonna give my opinion. But I always give them props at certain moments. I feel like that was a very good moment, because with Envy pressing that question, you could tell that Jim Jones was uncomfortable even speaking about this. He came here to talk about his upcoming album. And I feel like Charlamagne was able to kind of sense the energy and change the energy that came from those questions. And that moment right there told me where his questions and his angle was going to go. I saw Dice Peso in the background. Shout out to him. That's another NYC artist that's been going OT. And me personally, I feel like even with that moment, the Breakfast Club could have put out another mic and gave him a seat, just so that they could talk about how they met and what collaborating with Jim Jones means. I mean, this is his artist. It would make sense to ask those questions. It just felt like they were just trying to mix up a whole lot of drama, and it was more about mixing up beef and starting up viral moments than actually conducting a well-put interview. No shade. And I'm honestly disappointed in the Breakfast Club. I feel like, yes, they've had their moments where they were shady. We're not going to sit there and pretend like they didn't. But at the end of the day, through those shady moments, they were able to still conduct very good interviews. And now I just feel like we're just asking questions that we saw people in the comments say, or other people on YouTube. And I'm not winking for myself. Honestly, I feel like I would like to see for them to do a little better, because I grew up listening to them when I was on my way to school, respectfully. And I feel like the direction that they're heading in is just not that well of a great representation for Black media. And that's all I'm going to say. It's all love, but I really didn't like the way they were trying to stir up some beef. It was giving me in high school that one time. If you remember, you remember. I ain't going to say too much. Anyways, let's get to the next topic.
I couldn't believe it. Soon as I bought my Cuban